I think it's a delay. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay, cool. It's like I don't know why, but the delay on Zoom is like crazy. So thank you so much for coming. So I won't take too much of your time. So I just wanted to start this little series for my channel where I just talk with different K-pop fans and we just kind of just go through our history together. And I'm still a very much baby K-pop fan, but some people have been there for a
Hi.
long time. So I want to start with your name and your pronouns.
Okay, so my name is Rubina, but I do go by Ruby. My pronouns are she and her.
All right. Well, thank you for coming, Ruby. um, like I said, if there's any question that you don't feel comfortable answering, just let me know and we'll skip to the next one.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. So I'll go ahead and start with, like I said, I'm a baby K-pop fan. But like, how long have you been a K-pop fan?
I've been a K-pop fan since November 2012,
Oh
so August
wow.
will be my 10-year anniversary.
Like the all of the fans that I've talked to so far have been here for a very long time. So yeah, I like got into it the end of last year. Mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
In comparison, yeah, I'm very yeah.
I ask you questions, so what made you get interested in K-pop?
um, what did I think I kept hearing about BTS
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, K-pop, what's that? It's like I've never heard of it before that. I don't think so. That interested me. But like they were so big, especially in the States at that time, that I'm just like, oh, like do I really wanna do it? So I didn't really look
Yeah.
into BTS at that time, but then I had heard about Blackpink. And so
Mhm.
like Blackpink was kind of like my introduction to K-pop. Which I think a lot of American fans, that's usually one of the two that you go to. It's like BTS or
Yeah.
Blackpink.
Yeah.
And so from there, I just kind of listened to different groups. And yeah, from there, I've just been, it's crazy because like I didn't want to get into it because I knew how crazy it could get. Because I
Yeah.
haven't been, because I haven't been in, like a fandom since like One Direction. So like when I was like in my One
Okay.
Direction days. So it's been a while. So I felt like so old coming in. I'm like, oh, all these young people.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I feel that now.
So it's really cool though. And it's like so many different fandoms and like so many different like energies and stuff. So it's interesting for sure. And then of course with the generation thing, which was new to me. A lot of things in K-pop was just so new to me. Um, but it definitely the generation thing. So did you come in like second or third gen, or like what group really brought you into K-pop?
So the way, okay, so it's a weird story how I got into K-pop, but I was reading this manga called Skip Beat,
Ooh.
and I was really interested, and you Google like what you're reading and stuff, and then I realized that there was a Chinese drama
Oh.
based on that manga. And I googled it, started watching, and the first episode, I'm like, oh my god, who was this handsome man? And he was actually Shiwon from Super Junior.
Ooh.
And my first Super Junior song was called Solo, so it was like their Chinese drama OST. So I'm like, oh
Mm.
my gosh. And then after that, you know how you go into that downward spiral. Went down the rabbit hole, that's what I would do this. So I went down the rabbit hole and I discovered Super Junior, and I'm like, what is this world?
And that's crazy because I'm like very new. So like my channel is a reaction channel. So I react to different things. So I've only heard one Super Junior song. I think it was their debut.
Okay.
And it was interesting. It was very old. Like I was like, oh, they definitely like second or third gen, definitely
Yeah,
second.
second gen. Yeah, I think they might be like in like first, maybe not, but definitely second gen for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and like what was like? Were you into Girls' Generation as well when you first came in? Because I know they're like a big, second gen group.
So I wasn't a big Girl Generation fan at that point, but I was a Wonder Girls fan, and
Mm.
I liked FX too. But then I heard their song called "The Boys," and I saw their dance practice, and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, now I'm like definitely a Girls' Generation fan. So then I started like listening to all of their songs. I love all of their Japanese songs. I even know how to do the dance to Genie and G. I can even sing it. Do not make me do it.
No,
I really
no, it's okay. You're good. You're good. I'm good.
Yeah, so like mostly like second gen K-pop that I was into, like Shiny, EXO was coming out too at that point, at that time. Who else? And then like I think third generation was being like introduced at that during that time too. So like Monsta X, definitely BTS because I think they debuted in 2013.
Mm.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, I love BTS. I was able to start.
Right, and like, I think, because I'm trying to think, because like again, since I'm so new, I learn things every day, especially like when I like put up my videos, like the fans will comment like no. And so EXO was another one that surprised me because their debut was also if I'm remember correctly, their debut was crazy too. Like how many is it in there again?
I think there were like 12. But
Yeah.
slowly, like the members just kept leaving.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't know if it was like the concept or what, but I was just like, it's so many people. I don't really understand the concept, but like the fans do a little bit. But even in fourth gen, like I don't understand their concepts either. I'm just like, okay.
Like, you know, I love the music and I love the vibe and everything too.
Yeah.
I forgot Big Bang. Like Big Bang was like huge back then. Fantastic Baby.
It's like I'm new to Big Bang, so like I'm trying to really focus on the groups that I have now, but it's really hard when it's like they know each other. So I started 2NE1, right? And then I like looked up last weekend when I did my videos, and I seen they did a song with Big Bang called Lollipop. So I'm like, all right, well, let me just check it out. And I don't know his name, but if you watch my video, let me know. But like he had the glasses. I don't know if he's a leader or what, but he's cute.
Colin?
Yeah.
I think that's oh my gosh, I forgot. Top.
How old is he? He got to be old enough though. He's probably my new husband.
Yeah, he's pretty. Yeah, he's like pretty old. I think he should be in his 30s by now.
Perfect. It was just so nice to see though. Like again, I think that's like the first time I've seen like groups collab like that, and I feel like even back then they were pretty big. So 2NE1, Big Bang, that collaboration was pretty huge. I think even back then.
Yeah, because I think back then, like, groups usually, like, used to, like, mingle and, like, do, like, debut songs together, too. I remember FX, and I think SHINee did one song, too, also called Lollipop, but that was, like, the SM version, and that was super cute, too. And I know, like, U-Kiss and Girls' Generation did something together, too. Wonder Girls and Big Bang. So back then, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
now
awesome.
Just, like, band, like, wars and stuff. It's just, like, you guys are just killing the vibe. Like, please.
Even, like, the whole, like, dating rumors saying, like, they can't even, like, look at a female. I'm like, why?
Like, they should be allowed to date. They should be allowed to love.
Exactly. And I feel like, even though Blackpink hasn't had a comeback in a long time, I really feel like that would be, like, the ultimate collab, BTS and Blackpink. I feel like that would be, like, the ultimate.
I think they're just, like, on the verge of world domination at this point.
And like Blackpink hasn't had a comeback in like a year or two, or
yeah. I think the last one was like How You Like That. I think it came out 2 years ago, right? 2020.
Yeah, and they haven't released anything since. And like a lot of people are like speculating they're like gonna release later this year, which I'd be down with. I'm not a Blink or like an ARMY, but I enjoy and like respect those groups because like really hardworking. But like it's weird to think they're third gen. And I remember asking the last fan that I talked with, like, where does the line end with fourth gen? Because I feel like fourth gen, at this point, we need to be in fifth gen. Because
yeah. I think in a couple years, like, fifth gen is going to start coming out. Because I think it's, like, they give, like, 5 or 6, 7 years. Because I don't know if you know, but there's, like, a curse called the 7 years curse. Like, some bands.
Yeah.
7 years, so I think that's, like, the cutoff point for, like, the new gens to start. That's what I think. Because I know some of the groups that I like, they're no longer there.
Yeah, and it's always scary because I always like, even with Monster X, because they had like a renewal. I don't know if it's finalized yet or not, but I know that like fans were scared because I think only 3 members signed it. And so like, we were waiting, and we're like, oh, hopefully, you know, they stay together. But Monster X has been together longer than 7 years, right?
Yeah. I think they celebrated their 7 year. Because I think they debuted in 2014.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's weird to think they were third gen as well, but I think they came later third gen. Like they were like maybe later.
Yeah, like in the middle point.
Okay. But like I'm also new to 17, so I don't know if you know about 17.
I love 17! I'm a big fan. I won't call myself a carrot, but I love their songs. Their songs just give me such like good energy and good vibes. I'm just like, yes, just give me all their songs.
Right.
I'm actually gonna go see them in Chicago next month.
You are?
Yeah.
I wanted to go to that concert so bad, but like the nearest one to me is got like BGC, and it's just like I spent so much money on my Monster X concert that I'm like, whew, and especially with gas going up, I'm like, I don't know if I can have that money to spend. But are you gonna be like, what seat are you in? What row?
I'm at the general admission because like the prices are so like expensive. I'm like, I don't think I can afford that because like exactly like I spent so much money on Monster X. I think I spent like almost $1,000 because I went to go see them twice. I thought my first ticket was the VIP ticket in Detroit, and then I went to go see them in Chicago. So I had to book like a hotel and like my train tickets. I'm like, oh, I love them so much. So like it was totally worth it.
My friend did that. I don't know if you know her, but like my friend also went to 2 shows, those same shows.
Really?
She was in the pit.
They got like the last seat. Like I was like, can I see them?
I was all the way in the back too. I went to the Fairfax, so I was all the way in the back. But I'm pretty sure Juhan waved at me. I'm like 90% sure he waved at me because I'm like, ain't no way. The way he looked at me, I'm like, yeah, you saw me. But yeah, that's my first K-pop concert. So
That was like my 5th K-pop concert.
really, what was your first one?
B1A4.
I've never heard of them. Are they 3rd gen?
That's the 2nd gen group.
Ah, are they still together?
I think some of the members are still together. I think one member is doing some other activities, maybe like acting, and like the other 3 are like still like together. But I don't know what they've been releasing so far.
And I like when I see just members do acting and different things, but sometimes I'm kind of like, so like with me, like in SF9, Rowoon, he's an actor, right? But I feel like they keep him in acting. They forget that he's a part of SF9. I'm just like, bring him back to like, yeah, because he's barely with the activities. They have a comeback coming, and he's not a part of it. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what happened with A-Pink also. So they were 7 members, 1 left, 6 members for at least the longest. But then recently, one of the members called Nayoon, she signed with YG, and she's doing more like acting. But for some reason, something happened, I believe, and like she's no longer part of A-Pink anymore.
Oh.
So, like, once they start doing acting, I think that's like they're more like focused on that.
Yeah, which is sad because like they're an idol first, bring them back to the group.
Exactly. Like, I mean, her not being part of A-Pink is just like it's still weird, and that's what happened with Girls' Generation when Jessica left. Oh my god, the whole K-pop world was just a disaster. It was such a disaster. I was just keeping up with the news. Like, I need to know what's going on. That was not a good year. No, 2014 was a horrible year for K-pop.
But like, so with her, because I'm like very new to Girls' Generation, like with her, was it? Because when some members leave, people are like happy. They're like, yeah, da da da. Some people are sad. Was it more on the sad side that when she left?
So with her, it was more like drama. Because Jessica, she wanted to start her own fashion line, and the other members were kind of like upset with her, like, hey, how could you like start a fashion line when you should be focusing on the group? But Jessica was like, no, I will still like focus on you guys. You guys are like my top priority, but like I still want to do like the fashion line too.
Right.
So people didn't like that, and they're like, you know what? Well, I guess we gotta say goodbye.
Oh no.
Yeah, and they also had a Tokyo show, like the Tokyo Dome concert. I think within a week when she left, so it was just crazy.
Right. To me, it's always sad, especially when it's a member because I feel like when it comes to a group, like all members should contribute. So that member like was definitely contribute when they leave, and you're like, oh, it's missing something, And so I feel like no matter how big or small the group is, I like when every member contributes something to the table, and it just like when they leave, it's kind of like, oh, it's not the same. I'll say the same with G Idol. So Soojin, when she left, I'm just like, oh, like I miss her with the group.
Yeah, I totally get it.
And I think, like I said, I think when sometimes the members leave, people are happy because I guess that member just really caused like a lot of chaos and just not good energy. But then it's sad. So with me, none of my groups, again, I'm new, but like none of my groups have like members have left, like while I was a part of it. But my first send off for military was SF9 members. I had to send away two. My biases.
Oh no, that's the worst.
And so like that was new to me as well with coming into K-pop. I'm like, what do you mean they have to leave? They have to wait what?
Yeah.
For 2 years? Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I had to get used to that too. I'm like, wait, what? Because also like getting into K-pop, I was also learning so much about like the Korean like culture and stuff too, like South Korea, and I was trying to like learn Hangul, like learn how to say some of the words, like their food and everything. So I was also being submerged into their culture, which was like great.
Right.
I still have to visit South Korea one day.
See, I've seen people do that, and I'm just like, for me, I think I'll have to have like my own makeup and like clothes, like for sure, because like I'm a black plus size woman. They ain't got my stuff over there. You know what I mean? I got to be prepared.
I totally feel you on that. No, for real. I lived in Japan for like a year and a half, and I could not buy any of the clothes. I actually had to order from AOS, ASOS. They also have like plus sizes, and they have like international shipping, so that's where I got most of my clothes.
See, it's like nice to visit other places, but I think it's just like scary when you're like you're not really accepted there, because you have to kind of like kind of figure your way out. But it's still very much, I really want to visit there as well. I feel like Japan, I've heard they were like very peaceful people, very polite, which I've heard the same about Koreans. I think for me, I'm not really the best at exploring different foods, but they food be looking good. I ain't gonna hold you.
Also, for me, like, I'm a vegetarian, so if I can find anything in vegetarian options, I am there. Like, sign me up. I will eat anything as long as there's no meat or fish or anything like that. But,
and I feel like they do a good job with that, though. Like, I feel like vegetables are important to them. They're big on fish and meat, too, but I feel like vegetables for sure. I'm not that diverse on vegetables, but I'll eat them. I'll eat them.
I cook some of like the Korean dishes at home, like and my friends, we love to go to like a Korean barbecue place too, and they also have like vegan options, and I'm like, I love it.
So I went to my first Korean barbecue when I went to see Monster X, right? And so I went with some internet friends, and that staff was very nice looking. They were very nice. I couldn't help it. Like, I'm just like, oh wow. And like they were also playing like different groups in the back. And I remember, I think Treasure's a group, right? Treasure? Yep. They look interesting. I don't know. Fortune just has so many groups. It could be exhausting.
Yeah.
Do you stand any Fortune?
Not really. I do like, is it Hyphen or?
In Hyphen?
Yeah. I like the music is really good. And I also like Stray Kids. Fortune?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Stray Kids, yeah. And SF9 too.
SF9, yeah. It's weird because I think Stray Kids are like the beginning of Fortune. I think SF9 and 17 were like late third gen. And then, and Hyphen's definitely Fortune. They're very young. Their ages surprised me as well.
Babies.
Same thing with P1 Harmony. They're babies. The leader is hilarious though. I love him. His energy is freaking hilarious. I love him.
Do you like watch like TV like on like the K-pop groups? Because I used to do that. Like I used to watch like variety shows like back in the day because I had so much time on my hand. So I used to watch like We Got Married. I used to watch like Running Man too. So do you watch any of those shows with the members?
Yeah. That's how I really like to get to know them more. So I stay on 80s, so watch all their stuff. Yeah, but I've seen a lot of reality shows, and I really enjoy them. But the only thing with 17, they have so many members. Even in like doing an interview, I can't keep up with what they're saying. I can't keep up.
Yeah.
I tried to watch their show with it was like something with a suitcase, but I kept having to go back because I couldn't keep up. It's like someone's talking.
There's like so much going on, and they also have like little captions too, and you're trying to read the captions too, and you're like, oh, so much going on. Yeah,
it is, but they're fun. They're I feel like I didn't really know in the beginning that some variety shows like they kind of put on this maybe persona in a way. They're not really themselves, but then like the like really, I guess, reality shows, when they're like, you know, in bed and stuff like that, it's more themselves. So I really enjoy seeing those. Because I know me and another fan have talked about how sometimes when it comes to their personas, it can get to them because it can be like exhausting to try to keep that up all day, every day.
Yeah. Have you ever seen this variety show called? It's not variety. I think it's just like a talk show. Short review with Jessie.
I've seen her do other, yeah, interview people, yeah.
Those are really, really good, and I think everybody kind of like brings in their own personality to it.
Yeah, because I've seen the one with TXT. I've seen the one with ATs. I think a lot of people, a lot of stays want Stray Kids to be on there.
Love that.
I don't know if JYP would do. I don't think any JYP talent have been on there. I don't think so.
I think Twice came. That's the only group that I think I know.
Oh wait, no, yeah, because also ITZY I think has been on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I don't know what's on Stray. Maybe Stray Kids too busy. I don't know.
Yeah, but I know she quit the show. So and then she's gonna be doing some like other stuff too.
Oh, why she quit?
I think she just wanted to like relax and like just get some time to herself.
Well, hopefully whoever they get in there, like, because what I did like about her is like she seemed very like, it just reminded me of like how American interviews where it's just very like, you know, chill. It's very like, you know, we gotta be, you know, I don't know. It was very nice to see that, and like you said, it made the other guests comfortable and stuff. So yeah, so hopefully whoever they get next is like that as well. She also knew English, and I feel like for us American fans, you know, thank you, girl, because
yes, that was me. Because when I got to U-Kiss, like 2 of the members could speak English, and I'm like, yes, thank you.
It's always nice, and like, I don't know if you've seen this. I don't want to keep bringing this up, but it's like just an example of like how, I don't know if you've seen the video of like, do you have Twitter?
Yes.
Okay. If you've seen the video of the girl who won a call with one of the 17 members, I think, and she didn't know Korean and he didn't know English. And like, as someone who I thought they had translators in those calls, but I didn't know that they didn't. And so it was it was very awkward on both ends. But like for you, if you had won a call with someone that didn't speak English, how would you communicate with those people? Like, I'm curious how you would do it.
How would I communicate? Oh my gosh, I would be so. Going back to my Japanese experience, I know how to speak a little bit Japanese because I took it in school. But, you know, mostly I would be just saying, like, oh, excuse me, sorry. Or like, with my students, I would just say, like, you know, can you, like, I would speak a little slower.
Yeah.
So you can comprehend me and just speak a little bit. Korean, that would be a really complicated situation.
Yeah. I think for me, I would have to learn some Korean. Like, a few words.
Yeah.
A few words. Or, like, play a game. I know people said that. Or I'm going to have to, like, get my Google Translate. Because, like, those calls go by so fast. And, like, especially, you know, because I'm pretty sure she really wanted to call with him. And, you know, she really just wanted to communicate. But, sadly, it wasn't there. So, I just feel like, instead of wasting time, we got to figure this out real quick. You know, so we can... Because, like, she probably spent a lot of money to get to that call. Because I didn't know you had to buy albums, like, a ton of albums to get a chance to get those calls. Is that how you do it? Because that's how I saw, like, you...
I know.
Yeah.
I don't focus on that. Yeah. But, oh.
Do you have any albums? Do you, like, collect or anything?
I don't collect any of the albums. The only album I have is by Day6. But because I bought a VIP ticket, so it was included in the ticket.
Okay, I've seen a picture of Day6. Day6, are they a rock? They're rock?
Kind of like a K-pop rock band. Yeah, they have their own instruments, so they're like kind of like the Rose.
Ah. So they remind me of, because, you know, JYP has a new group. They're like a rock, Is
it called a Rose? Or
what are they called? They're the very new ones.
Yeah,
Xfinity something, Infinity, no, Heroes.
Yeah. I know I don't think it's the Rose. I know what you're talking about. I know they have a new group, but it's just like inspiration by like Day6 or
yeah, because I'm like, oh, this is different. Yeah, this is because Day6 not with JYP.
No, because Jay left, and I think 2 or 3 of the members are in the military. I don't know what the other members are doing, but I do like stalk them on their Instagram. and they don't post a lot either. So I'm like, I am a little lost.
And that's a new thing for me too. I think does it like when they get their own Instagrams? Is that when they reach a certain age or something? Because I feel like a lot of third gen have their individual social medias, but fourth gen doesn't yet.
Oh, I think that was like the same for like second gen and third gen too. Like I think their managers control their social media because of fans and everything too.
Yeah.
That can like like hurt their image or like the company's image too.
I've heard that the Maknae of BTS, he be posting and deleting. Did he do a lot of post and delete? That's what I've heard. I don't know. I've heard that he'd be with them stories, he'll post and then delete. I don't know. That's what I've seen. I could be wrong.
Okay, no, I gotta pay attention to that. Okay, I'm gonna see that.
BTS has surprised me though. I'm still very new to them as well. Like surprisingly, like I know of them. Like I feel like everyone knows at least the name BTS.
Yeah, but now.
Yeah. But their members are very new, so I really only know like by face because I get J-Hope and the other one confused. J-Hope and huh?
Suga?
No, I think I remember Sugar by the lips. I'm pretty sure. No, it's like Jimin. Jimin got the lips. One of them got thick lips.
Yeah, Jimin. Yeah. He was like shorter than J-Hope, I think.
Okay, because RM. I think RM and J-Hope I get confused.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, because I don't know why. I think I just need to look at them more because for the longest time, every time I seen like a picture of them or something, I thought, oh, that's J-Hope, but I think that was really RM. And I'm like, oh, so now I'm confused. But but I know they the Maknae. I just don't know how to pronounce his name, but I know he's the Maknae. Jungkook.
Yeah, Jungkook.
Okay. And then V, but his real name is Taeyong.
Yeah.
Taeyong. Yeah. But it's a lot. I'm missing some.
You're missing Jin.
Jin. Okay. Oh, so now Jimin. Is it? There's two different people.
Yeah, Jimin. I think he's like in the middle. I don't know. I know he's like the lead vocal.
It's a lot of them, but I've only heard because I was surprised that it was 7. I don't know why I thought it was like more people. And like so, my first introduction to them, I think I heard like Butter on the radio. Then I heard another one. But then I started like really getting into the Star with their debut and going for it. They were so cute when they were little. I think
so adorable.
the little eyeliner. There was like I feel like a lot of third gen came in with a heavy eyeliner. Like even B2B had the like eyeliner, like the hair.
Yes. Even second gen did the eyeliner too because I think that's what the trend started from.
Because it's like early 2000s, so. Now you said that you came into with one of the girls for second gen. Do you still keep up with them? I know they're disbanded now.
Yeah, they're disbanded. I know Sunmi, who was part of Wonder Girls, she's a solo. Sunmi, and then Sunye, she was like the leader of Wonder Girls. She actually made a little debut. She did like Mama Dolls. So like the women who have been like moms like are part of the K-pop industry, and then like that's so they made like a little group, but they only did one song, and then the next day they were like gone.
Dang.
So when you like started crying, I'm like, I miss you.
Aww.
She's definitely the vocal queen, that's for sure.
And like I've heard Wonder Girls had like a complicated history. Like I've heard they had a lot of like different members come and go, so I feel like they had like a rough kind of, but I feel like I've heard of them because I've heard, because I was, the DJ is mine. I was surprised that that's Wonder Girls? Okay.
Yes, and they also did a song called Like Money with Akon.
Yeah, girl, I seen that. I was like, Akon, he had to be here. But it was still a cute song. Cause I feel like they were like, for, especially JYP, I feel like that was like the first, maybe second gen that really tried to push to the US, like, really pushed to the States. So it's really sad to hear they had like a very complicated history because I just feel like they definitely made their impact on the US, even without me not really knowing it was them. So it's really cool, and it's sad that like, did they end on a good note at least, or like was it like?
I think they did because Sunya, she got married while she was still part of Wonder Girls, and she was actually the first like member in the K-pop history to actually get married while she was still active with the group.
That's weird. Like, it's a lot of, like,
Yeah.
it's weird that a lot of firsts happen with K-pop. So, like you said, the first mom to still be in a group. Even with, what is her name? The first black K-pop. What is, I forgot the child.
Is it, I know it's called Swan.
Yeah, Black Swan's group. But I know her name. I just can't think of it right now.
So another one too. I think she was part of Rhino, Rania, RANIA. So they were like trying to find a rapper, and they found this like from an American rapper. She was like, I think half black and half white. So she was like, the first like international rapper.
And it's like she had to be the rapper though. She could be the singer.
They mistreated her so badly.
I heard that.
Like, she would never be part of the dance. She would just come and do the rap and just be gone. Like, okay, she's not like featuring her. You know, she's part of the group. Like, make her dance too.
Exactly.
Not that at all. I think it's a company.
Yeah, and it's just like, I feel like it's always scared to be the first to do something, especially in K-pop, just because, I mean, even with the whole being the first mom, like, you know, people gonna call you old and stuff like that, but it's just like, she, you know, she had a kid, she's still a part of a group. That happens all the time in the States.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, it's just hard because I think, so you're in the States, right?
Yeah, I'm in Michigan.
Okay. So, like, for us, a lot of things are normalized here. But I think it's just, like, because it is normal, like, being a parent or, you know, being a different race or different color. But it's almost like, I don't want people to think, like, we're trying to press our views to, like, Korea. But at the same time, it's like, that's just, like, normal, though. Like, are we really...
Exactly. Even just, like, the LGBT community, like, it's not really prominent in K-pop. Even though Holland, he is, you know, he said, I'm gay, and yet he gets, like, bashed just being for who he is. And that is just, like, awful.
It is, and it's, like... It's 2022. We gotta get, like, y'all supposed to be advanced. Y'all say y'all are more advanced than we are. Y'all need to, you know.
Well, yeah, exactly. So that's just really horrible what some of the communities they go through.
And I feel like they maybe, because even with, like, the rainbow flags and, like, the concerts and stuff, or even Hongjoong, he, like, paints his fingernail. So, like, I feel like it's more they're trying to push, you know, like, normalization. I'm honestly curious to go to Korea and just talk to different people, because I feel like for the majority part, they're more accepting. I think it's just more about the tradition, like, keeping up the traditional, like, this is how we do things, you know.
That's like a lot of countries, especially in Asia.
Yeah, and it's like it's nice and it's cute, but I don't know. I feel like the the next generation are like they're ready for like something different, you know. I feel like maybe the States just don't have tradition. Maybe we're just chaotic all over the place.
You just do your own thing.
right. Just be yourself. You're good. Even though we have like, you know, ways to go here too, but I feel like out of all, you know, we're very. It's just a lot of people, a lot of diverse people here. And like as a K-pop fan, especially the fandoms that you're in, do you feel that diversity, or do you feel like it's like, you know, a nice, diverse little fandom?
Oh, like the fandom, yeah, definitely diverse. Like it's different from what I came from. Like, you know, when I got into K-pop, nobody really knew what K-pop was, and people usually call it K-pop. I'm like, no, it's not K-pop. It's like, because like I love them. So I've seen like how much K-pop has progressed in the past couple of years, and it's just becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. And I feel super happy because now I'm able to connect with other people who like K-pop. Because before that, I couldn't connect with except for people like online.
Exactly. And I feel like even for me, I don't know about you, but like it's hard to find other fans here where I am. It's more so online. But even when I went to the Monsta X concert, I was surprised to see that many black people there. I was like, oh, okay, this is cute.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like Mama Bay are also very like diverse and age-wise. Like I feel like just ages everywhere.
Very diverse in age, and I'm just like, wow. It's weird because I used to work with this lady. She's really old enough to be my grandma, and she's like, oh yeah, I like their song Middle of the Night. And I'm like, what? I used to work there.
Oh, I like seeing like the moms and stuff. Because I feel like my child's you're gonna like one of my groups. It's gonna have to happen.
Yeah, we're gonna be listening to this music together. We're gonna be dancing to the songs.
Yeah, it's like, and I also like that about like groups is like where their songs speak to so many different people, and it's like really nice because it's like that's something like great that we have in common and we can talk about and have like a good conversation with. Even what I'm doing now, you know, just connecting with different people, and we stay in all different groups and we listen to all different music, but like that's our common ground, and it's like really nice to like to bring each other together. But girl, I got the free version, so I'm gonna have to. We got.
No worries. I just want to let you know that you are so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You are so beautiful.
You are too. Seriously, I was like, oh my gosh. Thank you so much for joining me, and we can do this again. So just let me know. I'm done with K-pop month for now, so just let me know, and I'll set aside some time so we can chat again. I really enjoyed this. It was really fun.
Yeah, me too. It was so good to talk about K-pop.
Girl, I just all day. You good? You just add me on social media. I got you. We're good. But yeah, and then if you want your social media and stuff linked, just send it to me and I'll put it on the I'll put it in here for you. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, you have a good day. Okay.
Bye.